Hello, today is 5/17 of 25, and I am here with a video of what I eat in a day on my keto journey. If you're new here, my name is Christy. I changed my diet to a high protein, moderate fat, low carb diet in April of 2024. It is currently 8:30, much earlier than I'm usually doing cooking, but we are getting ready to leave, of course, and I'm going to be gone most of the day. So I'm going to take some food with me. I have some quick convenience foods. So I have um, a donut. This is made from Conscious Comforts in my area. It's a bakery in my area. It is gluten free and sugar free. And then I have an Okios 000 yogurt. Blueberry is my favorite. And a half cup of blackberries. And then I have a sparkling ice water and my electrolytes, a Body Armor Flash IV. And then I am going to make myself my coffee. Here it is, with my 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk. I use this milk because it is ultra filtered, so it's higher protein and lower in carbs than traditional milk. And then I am making myself some oatmeal. I made this oatmeal the other day. Um, it's a tweak to a recipe that I had, and I absolutely love it. I think it is fantastic. So it is made with silk coconut milk. I mean, you could use whatever brand, but it's unsweetened coconut milk as the base. So I do that because while it doesn't have the protein in it that, like, say, the Fairlife whole milk does, I do also plan to have a pudding later today. So I want to be sure that I'm just not getting too many carbs by having a cup of milk with a cup of milk and a cup of milk. Like that all just kind of adds up. So that's why I've started using coconut milk in some applications. It is delicious in this application. So I will leave the recipe in the link below with all the measurements, but I use 2 scoops of the Pro Dough whey protein powder, apple pie flavor. And then I use coconut flakes, but I accidentally bought shredded coconut. So I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of shredded coconut and 2 tablespoons of coconut flakes. I like the texture of the coconut flakes better, especially since I make it in apple form, because then the coconut flakes kind of give it more of an apple texture, but I don't want the other ones to go to waste. 3 tablespoons of hemp hearts, a tablespoon of oat fiber, and 3 tablespoons of flaxseed, whole flaxseed. And then I need a tablespoon of sweetener. I'm just using a monk fruit allulose blend and a half teaspoon of vanilla extract. So I will get that in a bowl, mix it all together, heat it up in my microwave, and then I will put it in my little coffee cup here. This I will use as my thermos, and then I can eat it later when I'm ready to have my food. All right, I'll be back with my second meal. It is 2:30 and I am home for just a short period of time, and I'm going to eat something. So I'm going to eat a couple of beef sticks and the Chef's Cup brand, my favorite. And then I'm going to make myself some pudding, some protein pudding. So I'll use 1 cup of Fairlife whole milk and some Keto Chow Core chocolate protein powder along with some beef protein powder. Whip it all together. It'll create a pudding. It's delicious. And I'll be back with my third meal. It is 5:30. I am not quite ready to eat, but we're going to eat together as a family. I don't want to record later. I'm just going to do it now. So we're going to grill some burgers tonight. We've got some 85% lean ground beef burger patties that we're going to make. They are 6-ounce patties. I will probably eat just one. Oftentimes I'll eat two, but I've had quite a bit today. I know I can't eat two. And then we got this seasoning mix from the store. So signature seasoning, Beyond Omaha, um, Nebraska Star Beef is what it says. Nebraska Star Beef is the brand. They're out of Holdridge, Nebraska. It has salt, dehydrated vegetables, which is garlic, onion, red bell pepper, spices, orange peel, sugar, citric acid, and paprika. So it does have sugar in it, but it's one of the very last ingredients, and there are no calories in this and no carbs, which tells me that, yeah, there's sugar in it, but there's really very little. I'm not going to have very much, so it's just fine. I did try it, like just tried a taste of it. It's it's good. It's got a nice depth of flavor. It is a little spicy, like a little hot. So I'm not going to use like a ton on my burger. And then I will add a slice of provolone cheese and some grape tomatoes because we don't have any big tomatoes that I'm just going to chop up and put on top. And then for the buns, I made some bagels, or at least that's the recipe is to make them into bagels. I've made this recipe before. I will link to it below. I just made it again the same way. It was delicious. I just didn't put holes in them. So, and really, when I did make them as bagels, the holes kind of closed up anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So, we're going to use those as our hamburger buns. So, let's see how my day turned out. I ended up with 2,100 calories today. My protein is 191, my fat is 124, and my net carbs are 38. So I am currently in a caloric deficit of about 300 calories. It's 10:30. I did an hour of walking on my treadmill with my weighted vest today. I just really felt like I needed to do something kind of heavy, and so that's what I did. And then I also did 40 minutes on my bike, which I'm doing some cycle training to get my legs used to riding a bike. I want to work my way up to being able to kind of easily ride for an hour. So today I was able to do 40 minutes. That is fantastic. I am now going to go do my arm workout, which I know sounds crazy because it's 10 o'clock at night, but I always have like my most energy at night. So that's just when I'm going to do it. I often do it in the afternoons and that's just fine, but it just happens to be the time that I am available today to do it too. But I have no issues doing it at like 10:30 at night. So I'm going to do the farmer's hold, push-ups, overhead, single arm overhead, press, dips, isometric wall push, and bicep curls. That's what's on my agenda. And then I will also do some Pilates movements. I probably won't use a video. I'll probably just do things that I've kind of learned over my time of doing Pilates videos. So I won't link to that in the description below because I won't use one. But I will do it just because always makes me feel so good and so stretched out. And so I just like it. So I had a pretty good day today. Maybe I'll see you tomorrow.